Hey VC, it's Joel coming at you from Planet 13, and this is my entry to Brian at Braintwang's Show Your Favorite Tribute Albums contest. And this is contest number 1 out of 4, and he's going to have a new contest every Sunday for the month of February, which is pretty cool. Every contest you enter gets you a name for some really cool prizes. And this entry is like show your favorite tribute albums, and Brian's more of a CD guy versus a vinyl person. And as such, his channel hasn't gotten a lot of attention because, it doesn't feature vinyl, and vinyl is kind of all the rage right now. But I think it's great to support Brian's channel, subscribe, and, I think we can all, even though we collect vinyl, I think CDs have their place, and showing off CDs is just as cool as vinyl. So I'm going to show off all my CD tribute albums that are of my favorite. So the first one I'm going to show is Schoolhouse Rocks. This came out in the 90s. Features a lot of alternative bands doing some classic cartoon theme songs from those intermissions you'd see on Saturday morning cartoons back in the 60s and 70s. So you get Better Than Ezra, you get Moby on here, you get Blind Melon, Man or Astro Man, Buffalo Tom, Skilo, you get Ween, Lemonheads, some real cool bands, Pavements on here. Cool little soundtrack. Some great packaging, very colorful. I always like the packaging on CDs when they did it right. Nowadays, I don't think they do it as cool as they used to. But yeah, I remember you get these CDs and they'd have some cool artwork, and this is no exception. It's got some, cool pictures of the bands who cover it and really cool lyrics and everything. So very fun album. If it ever appears on vinyl, this is one I'd probably pick up on vinyl as well. Next album I have on vinyl, but I'm going to show it on CD, and it's a tribute album to Saturday morning cartoons. So this is a bunch of bands, again, from the 90s, popular bands around then, doing cover songs of Saturday morning cartoons. So we get Ramones doing Spider-Man, which is the highlight of this. But you got Reverend Horton Heat doing some songs, Trippin' Daisy, Toadies, Wax, Matthew Sweet, Sponge, Liz Phair, Reverend Horton Heat, Violent Femmes. So again, lots of cool bands doing some songs. A tribute album that's out of print and I don't think has ever been released on vinyl is a tribute to the Ramones. This was spearheaded by Rob Zombie, who did the artwork for the cover. A lot of popular bands on here doing the Ramones. Came out after Joey Ramone died, I think a year or two after he died. And I think the rest of the band were still alive at the time. But you got the Chili Peppers, you got Rob Zombie, you got Eddie Vedder, Metallica, U2, Kiss, Marilyn Manson, Garbage, Pretenders, Green Day, Rancid, The Offspring. A lot of big names on here. You got Tom Waits even doing a song. So yeah, a lot of big names on here. Some pretty cool artwork, some cool packaging. I'd love to see this in print again. It's a pretty good album. I don't know if some of the songs are hit or miss, but because I prefer the Ramones a lot than some of these songs, but there's some songs I like better than what the Ramones do. So there's that. So pretty cool album. Very enjoyable. Sticking with punk. Not really a tribute album, but it is in a way. It's more of a covers album by one band, but this band's called Die Toten Hosen. They're out of Germany. Why I kind of think it veers towards tribute is that they include original members of the songs they're actually covering. So it's a punk band, and they're doing a lot of punk songs. And, they do a Johnny Thunders song, and they have Johnny Thunders playing on the song. They got Lemmy Kilmister on a song. They got Joey Ramone singing on a song. It's just amazing how the history of the punk bands on here. They got Reckless Eric singing on a song. They got Handsome Dick Manitoba. They got so many punk artists on here. Lots of great songs. Great covers album, but I consider it a tribute album because they pay tribute to the bands by including members of the band on the album. Carrying on with punk, I got the Iggy Pop tribute album, We Will Fall. Great album. I like this a lot. Of course, I kind of prefer the originals in most cases, but some good bands on here. You got Joey Ramone on here doing 1969. Chili Peppers doing Search and Destroy. Joan Jett doing Real Wild Child. You got the Misfits, Monster Magnet, New York Loose, Lunatics, Now to Surf. I'd say those are the biggest names on here. 7 Year Bitch, Sugar Ray. So yeah, cool. A lot of diversity. Again, cool album. Came out in the 90s. And the final album I'm going to do is a Gary Numan album. This is my favorite tribute album of all time. Not a lot of big names on here. A lot of British bands from the 90s. And it's 2 CDs. Packaging is really cool, but it's kind of falling apart on me. So I'm not going to open it up or else the CDs will fall out. It was 2 CDs. Again, not a lot of big names. The biggest name probably that everyone would kind of know is David Albarn, who singer of Blur and the Gorillaz. And you got Pop Will Eat Itself, Gravity Kills, Republica, Jesus Jones. I think everyone kind of remembers them. EMF. But yeah, kind of bands in that vein. Really great, really great. They did a follow-up, I thought, and I bought it, and I paid a lot of money for it at the time. And I hate it. It's called Random 2, and it's just like mixes. So it's not covers. It's just DJs doing mixes. I haven't listened to this in 20 years, so maybe I should give it another chance. The packaging's absolutely beautiful. Everything's kind of transparent. You can kind of see through the material itself, which is kind of cool. But I just did not like this when this came out because it's not what I was expecting. So it's my least favorite tribute album as a bonus. Anyway, until next time, cheers.